Hi, please watch these videos that I made of the presentation, okay, so that you can study how to present, you can study the flow of the script, you can study the inflections of the voice and everything. But please know that this is just a rough video. I just did this for the people that attended the NFC, the Nayangu Founders Club meetings, and who are clamoring for more training on how to present the business. So please know that this is a very rough version. This is not going to be the final training version that we're going to have on our Nayangu training site. And yeah, just master the presentation. Remember, just one sheet of paper, no products, no company brochures. And you'll find that mastering the business presentation is, number one, it's very easy. Okay, one sheet of paper, maybe 15-20 minutes. And what do you call this? You'll see that it'll take, if you study it hard and practice, within a week you can learn how to do a presentation. Okay, so have fun studying the script, and I have to stress the importance of learning the presentation. That is going to be the single most important skill that you will learn and also will pass down to your network. Okay, because there's really not much else to do. We're not selling products, you're just going to be consuming products. So if you just teach, if you learn how to present, you can teach your people how to present, and you're going to have all these presentations going on in your network. Okay, but we'll get more into that and in the Nayangu training school, the 440 training school. So just use these videos for this purpose right now. Again, this is for the people in the Philippines and Indonesia that witnessed the first national Nayangu Founders Club presentation, and that's what this video is for. So have fun learning, have fun watching. Thank you. Okay, first of all, thanks for coming to meet with me and allow me to show you this this really nice business. Now, before I show you the presentation, I'd just like to ask that for maybe about 10-15 minutes, just clear your mind and just empty it of everything that you think you know about either sales or networking or direct sales. You know, whether you have a negative experience or a positive experience with the industry. And the reason I say this is because some people have a positive experience with networking, they've made money, and they're still doing it wrong. So we'd like you to just clear your mind for about 10 to 15 minutes, just so you can appreciate how simple and how efficient this is with what we're going to show you, and how efficient it is in building a business model for you and your family to benefit from. Okay, so for, like I said, 10-15 minutes, just clear your mind, and after I do the presentation, you can ask me as many questions as you want, and yeah, let's proceed. Now, before I go on, I'd just like to ask you 3 questions that I'd like you to answer honestly. The first one is, do you know how to write with your left foot? Of course, the person will say no. And then you ask, if I paid you $100,000 a month, would you learn how to write with your left foot? Of course, the person says yes. In fact, I have some people that will say, I'll learn how to write with both feet for that kind of money. And then finally, the last question is, if I were Bill Gates, as in the actual Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, okay, and I asked you to come work for me, I'd like you to come work for me, I'll pay you $100,000 a month to work maybe 8, 9, 10 hours a week, and I'd like you to start tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Would you come tomorrow at 9 o'clock, or would you grill me about, oh, what do I have to do? Remember, I'm Bill Gates. And the answers you'll get will be, yes, I'll be there at 9. In fact, a lot of people, I'll be there at 6, I'll be there at 7. Okay. So now you say, remember the answers to those 3 questions as we proceed. Would you know 4 people that'll answer those 3 questions the exact same way that you answered? Of course, they'll say yes. Now, then you go further to say, the only criteria for these 4 people is that they have a desire to earn money for themselves and for their families. They don't have to be good at anything. You know, just tell them, you don't have to be good at anything. You don't have to be good at presenting. You don't have to be good at sales. Okay, because everybody thinks this is what this business is about. It's not. The only criteria for these 4 is, do they want to make money? Do they want to make anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 to $50,000 a month? Okay, so of course they say, yes, I know. Now you ask, how long do you think it'll take us to sit down with these 4 people and show them a simple presentation that we have on a piece of paper that takes about 15-20 minutes? At this point, they'll answer, they'll think, and then some of them will say 1 day, some of them will say 2 days, some will say 1 week. So you take whatever answer they give and you say, let's just say it takes 1 month, okay, just to be conservative. And at this point, people use, oh yeah, 1 month, that's fine. Because then you explain, because we have to call them, we have to sit down with them, we have to make appointments with them. So 1 month, that's doable, okay? Now these 4 people will also know 4 people, of course. And these are usually just friends and relatives. You don't have to go far. Okay, so that's the second month. Then these 16 will also know 4 people. That's 64. That's on the third month. These 64 will also know 4 people. That's the fourth month. Now I ask you, do you know these 256 people? Then of course they'll say no. Then you point out, you only know the 4 people. Okay? And the reason I ask you this is because most people think that to succeed, to make big money in networking, you need to recruit or sponsor 100 people a month. And with the system that we're going to be following, you literally can do this with 4 people, okay? And I'm about to show you that and prove it to you. So you don't know all these people. You know the 4 know the 4, okay? Now these 256 will also know 4 people. That's 1,024 on the 5th month. Then the 1,024 will know 4 people. That's 4,096 on the 6th month. Now again, this is not a magic formula, okay? This is work. That's the reason why I said it'll take about 8, 9, 10 hours a week to do this, okay? But you'll find that if you devote your time for 6 to 9 months, that you won't regret it, okay? And then these 4,096 will also know 4 people, so that's 16,000 plus plus. The exact number is not important. And then finally you have 65,000 plus plus on the 8th month. Now let's stop here. Now let's say Philippine Airlines told everyone here in your group to just register and register with their computer, and every time somebody flies with Philippine Airlines, we'll give you frequent flyer miles, up depending on where the flight happens. Now, will anybody here complain? Of course, they'll say no. So you just agree and say yes. Everybody will just accept the flyer miles. Now, what we're doing is the exact same thing. It's just that instead of getting frequent flyer miles, we get cash, and I assume nobody will complain. Okay, it'd be the equivalent of SNR, okay, or Carrefour if you're in Indonesia, or Costco if you're in the States. These are big groceries. If SNR said everybody register with our computer system, and every time somebody buys whatever, eggs, milk, soap or shampoo, SNR will give, let's say, 40 cents of every dollar back into a commission system here. Nobody's going to complain. They're just going to receive the commissions. But the important thing is, people are going to be making money from what people buy, not what people are selling, okay? Because most people think that to make money in this business, you need to be selling, okay? That's not the case with the system that I'm showing you. So the first month here, you make $80, okay? The second month, you make $20. On the third month, you make $80. On the fourth month, you make $450. The 4 that you brought in are here at the 80, and the 4 they brought in are 20. So if this is done right, everybody makes money. It's not just you. And then finally here, you make about 2,200 US dollars for that month. And then here, it's at about 10,100. Let's just say 10,000. And then here, it's at 41,000 plus, let's just round it off. But again, remember, you're at 41, the 4 you brought in are here, and the 4 they brought in are at the 2,200. Okay? And then finally, on the 8th month, you max out at 105,000. Okay? Now, 105,000 is the maximum commission for this particular commission that I'm talking about. There are still more, but this is just the basic. Okay? So in reality, when you're making this amount of money, there's a lot more. But we don't have to cover that now, because I'm assuming that $105,000 is enough for most people, okay? Which means here on the 9th month, you also make 105,000, okay? But the important thing is your 4 are also now at this level at 105. Therefore, the 16 are also here at the 41. So again, if this is done right, if you follow the system that we have, we call it the 440 system, everybody makes money. Nobody's left out, okay? And that's very, very important in this business. Now, there's only 3 things that people need to do in order to achieve all of this. That's it, just 3. And as long as you follow what we've outlined on our training page, everybody makes money. The first one is identify your 4 people. Now, I've found that you don't have to go farther than either friends, relatives, or colleagues, because, if you're going to get blessed by this business, the most natural thing, is to share this with someone. In fact, I always use the example of if you go to a restaurant and you hate the food, you're not going to go tell your friends, oh, you should go to that restaurant, their food is really bad. Okay, but then the reverse is also opposite. If you like the food, the first thing you're going to do is tell your friends and relatives, hey, you should try so-and-so restaurant, they have really good food. Okay, so it's the same thing here. You don't have to go far with sharing this opportunity with hundreds of thousands. Just for friends and relatives. And by the way, this is going to work even with just 2 people. Even if everybody here brings just 2 people, 2, 4, 8, blah, 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 etc., etc., you still reach 105,000, but it now takes about 12, 13 months. So I'm assuming that people would like to reach these numbers further, these numbers and these earnings earlier. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm saying 4, but it'll work with 2, it'll work if everybody brought 3 or 4 or 5. Okay. Okay, so 3 things. The first one is identify your 4, and we sit down and present to them. Of course, I will help you with this. Okay, the second one is you register with a company called Nayangu. Okay, and at this point you just say one minute worth of information about Nayangu. Nayangu is a company founded in 2014. Our head office is based in Dubai. We're launching in 4 different countries at the same time, or we've launched in 4 different countries: the Philippines, Indonesia, Dubai, and Kazakhstan. And it's an international company that has what they call this all natural, all chemical-free products for everybody in the network. So the registration is $60 of products. You get a product pack of very, very nice consumable products, and then also $25 for the registration fee. That's for your back office, because you're going to have a personalized computer site or website that tracks everything. It'll say all the volume that's happening. It'll, every week, every month, this is how much you're getting. And of course, you'll want to see that. So that's just $25. But so basically, for $85, you're in business. We also have a $125 pack and a $250 pack. At this point, what we say is just forget the $125, forget the $250. If you only have $60.85, you can start with that. Okay, the $125, the $250, they just have more products, so it's a better value. Okay, but we're not saying that you can't buy the bigger packs. We're just assuming that more people would like to be able to start the business sooner with less money. You can always buy more products later. Okay, so the first one is, remember, 3 things. The first one is bring in and identify 4 people. The second one is register with Nayangu. And the third one is consume what we call 40 BV a month. Okay, and that's approximately $50 to $60 a month. Okay, you just consume it. You don't have to sell it. Okay, in fact, we almost literally forbid people to sell. Just consume. Okay, what we're trying to show people here is what we call profitable consumerism. People can make a lot of money just consuming goods that they normally buy outside anyway. Like, for example, my wife and our favorite in my family is the cacao. The cacao that Nayangu offers. 100% cacao is extremely, extremely healthy. Okay, we drink the coffee and the tea, which is enhanced with a lot of extracts to make it healthier. I love the deodorant and the personal care line. Okay, so there's products here for everyone. And the one thing that Nayangu will always promise you is that our products are chemical free. Okay, they're all natural and they're all healthy free. And when I say healthy, the products that we have in Nayangu, we're not the ones saying that these products are good. Okay, in fact, we choose products where if you go online, which fortunately everybody can do now, and you look up the extracts that we have or the products that we have, it's the medical community and the scientific community that will tell you that these products are good for you. They're good for your heart, they're good for your liver, they're good for kidney, whatever. So these are the products that Nayangu will have. We promise you that we're going to have products that you're already either using, okay, or if you're not using, you should be using them. Like, for example, before, I wasn't using L-arginine and nitric oxide, but at my distinguished age, every little bit helps. And L-arginine and nitric oxide is excellent for the heart. Okay, and again, it's not me or Nayangu saying this. If you research online, the person who did the studies on this won a Nobel Prize in medicine for his findings with regards to L-arginine and nitric oxide. And this is what we mean by, in Nayangu, we're going to be showing you products that you should be taking, not because we're recommending it, but because the medical and the scientific industry is telling us to take it. So those are the products. So all you do in Nayangu is just choose products that you like with this with $50, $60 a month. Okay, Whatever you don't like, you don't have to consume. What you like, instead of buying it there outside, whether at a grocery store, at a pharmacy or whatever, you buy it here, because there they probably have a lot of chemicals, okay, and you don't make a commission. Here with Nayangu, it's all natural, it's all chemical free, and here you make a commission. So really, it's just a shift in buying habits. Okay, I even had somebody make a very important point. He said basically what's happening here is you're getting rebates. The network here is getting rebates for shopping at Nayangu, which I think is a very important point. Okay, so remember what I said earlier. In Nayangu, what we're going to be teaching people is how to participate in profitable consumerism. Okay. All it is really is you and your family are going to make profits from using products that you're already using or that you should be using. Like we said earlier, what we're coining or making this term known to people is profitable consumerism. Okay, now that's really it. You bring in four of your friends and relatives, register with Nayangu, and consume 40 BV or $50 to $60 a month. And that's it. Everybody makes these amounts. Now, I just like to make a couple of really important points. Okay, if you do this business right, okay, and we're taking great pains to make sure that we have a Nayangu online training school to teach people exactly how to do this. So nothing is going to be left to chance. So when you register, all your people here will have access to this training site, okay? And it'll teach people how to do this, okay? Now, like for example, this presentation that I'm presenting to you, it's all scripted. You'll be able to see videos, online scripts, so that you can practice. And you can see in reality, how hard is it to learn how to do this presentation. I've had people say, I can learn this in 1 week or 2 weeks. And that's basically it. That's the only skill that you need in this business. But a couple of important points. If you do it right, and I have to stress, if you do it right, okay, let's say that on the 12th month or 9th month or 10th month, you don't hit 105,000 a month. Let's say you only hit 10% of this goal. 10%, okay? By the rest of the world standards, 10% is failure. If you took a math test and you only got 10%, fail. If you were part of a sales team and your team only hit 10% of the yearly projections, you're all fired. Okay, but here 10% is still $10,500 a month, which is not bad. Okay, and the point I'm trying to make here is that even if you don't make the 105,000, even if you only make 10, 20, 30, you're still going to end up ahead. And all you're doing really is just consuming products. Okay, and another nice thing about this business is, let's say at this level, okay, at the 7th month, you've already earned 41,000, the month before you earned 10, the month before you earned 2,000 plus. So you already made about, I don't know, 50, 55,000. And you personally call all these people, okay, and you tell them, look guys, I already made 50, 55 grand in 7 months. I want everybody to stop. I don't want to do this business anymore. What do you think these guys will tell you? And at this point, the one you present it to will laugh and say, wait, of course they'll continue. Because they're going to say that the reason we're doing this business is we want to be like you. We want, we see in your example, we've seen your example. So what do you think they're going to do the next month? And you just point out, they're going to bring in 4 people. And they're going to bring in 4 people. And they're going to bring... So even if you want the business to stop, as long as everybody follows and has the right mindset, okay, this business just keeps going, even if you want it to stop. And I'm assuming that if you're jumping from 40 grand a month to 100 grand a month, I'm assuming that you're not going to be complaining, okay? And finally, the last thing that I'd like to point out is the only other virtue, okay, that you need in this business is you must be patient. That's one of the things we're going to be really stressing in our training school, is that for the first 3-4 months, you're not going to be making too much money. Okay, this is a business. Okay, in Nayangu, we're going to teach you how to develop a business for you and your family, a home-based business. And in business, any businessman will tell you, if you and I, for example, were to invest 100,000 in a restaurant, okay, we don't expect that in the first month we're going to be making money. Okay, most businessmen know that if you put up a restaurant, it takes a year before you start making money. Okay, just like you went to school, you went to college. Did you start making money the first year in college, the first month? No, in fact, you paid money, okay, you bought books, you fought rain and snow and typhoons, you skipped out on dates, you skipped out on vacations, just so you could graduate, so that hopefully when you graduate, you're going to earn, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000 a month. But it's a mentality of you need to invest in the program. Okay, that's the only thing that we ask you here. And please don't expect that you're going to make money the first 3 or 4 months. In fact, most of the money you're going to make the first 3 or 4 months, you're probably going to plow back into your business. I have some people saying that that they don't mind plowing back their money because they know that in 4, 5, 6 months they're going to be earning a lot more. So please don't be in a hurry as you build this business. Don't sit there on the second month and say, oh, I only earned $20, blah, 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 and you're disappointed. No, in fact, it should be the other way around. If you have the right mentality, if you and everybody here has the right mentality, when they get a $20 check on the second month, instead of being disappointed, they're like, well, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Okay, and these are the things that we're going to teach you in our online school with regard to this program.